Want to keep up with the latest Camodo gaming videos? Be sure to subscribe and click that bell. So, as a lot of you guys know, Oblivious's grandma, well, she's pretty old. She doesn't have the greatest eyesight, so she really wants to get a great view of the shuttle launch. So, she might have snuck past some security here. So, she's going to be viewing today's shuttle launch, which don't ask me why she still needs binoculars. She's going to be viewing today's shuttle launch from atop of the launch tower there. Stay safe, Grandma. Hello, YouTube. Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Tiny Town VR. And yes, folks, we are back once again. And today we are back with a brand new disaster. This is a disaster that you guys wanted to see here in the city. But first, let's go ahead real quick. We're going to drag our way all the way over here and check out the last episode, which we kind of finished our little bit of a brick rigs project because you had Bob over here who's getting attacked by the monster Dob. So if you missed that episode, I'll flash it in the top right corner. But today, let's get back over to where we were. So today's going to be a little bit of a two-parter, not as in two parts of the episode, but two things that are going to be happening here. Now, last episode I ran a poll, and the top disaster that you guys wanted to see was the space station disaster. So what we're going to be doing here, I've got a blank area. This is going to be where we're going to call it Casa, Camodo's space program thingy-mabob, and we're going to stick it here, but the space station's going to be coming out of the sky, and it's going to be crashing back down to Earth. At least, I don't know how high we can get. Can we get above the clouds? I've never actually tried to go up here in Tiny Town, so we'll have to see. But anyways, we're going to be doing that here today. I'll run another poll with some more disasters in it. And if you guys have any suggestions for disasters you want to see here in Tiny Town, comment below. But yeah, if you're enjoying Tiny Town on the channel, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It helps out my channel, and let's do this. Alright, so here is the pad. Now, I have never played with any of the space stuff here in Tiny Town, and what the heck? Are these craters and stuff? It would appear like you could build like the moon or Mars. How do you do that? I guess you'd actually have to set it up down here. That'd be a little awkward. But anyways, we have rockets galore here, and we have some space station pieces. I don't know if these things fit together, satellite. It just says these are satellites, but these look like station pieces, or we can use these as station pieces. Oh, actually, here's a full space station. Huh. Would I want to do it like that? You couldn't really do parts breaking off. I'm not really sure. Well, I guess the first thing we should do, let's go ahead and build the Casa Space Center over here, and then we'll worry about the space station that's going to be crashing back down to Earth. So you can see, we had a train episode last week, which we're going to finish that up soon, but I did have this other train line. It was going this way towards me, but I sent it out that way. We have a crossing now, and this is the road to Casa, so this will be your entrance here. Probably need to put some sort of security here, which I think I have like a little security gate somewheres. Alright, so we have our gates here to Casa. Now, I did really just figure this out. The space, they do have some planets, and there was a, well, they were here somewheres. Yeah, there they are. You have oh, those are meteors. Oh, we could do a meteor shower. I thought that was a planet. Oh, that's gonna work out great. Hint at maybe the next disaster to the city, possibly? Hold on, let's hurl a meteor at one of the buildings. Ready? And they could hit one of the neighborhood houses. Okay, well, I guess what I'm going to do here, I'm going to start to build this. This might not be the most detailed thing to begin with. I might have to come back to this, but I think we're going to build the pad somewhere. We need some like offices, some hangars for the shuttles. So I got a bit of work here, so we'll give you guys some little updates as I go, like always, and we'll see what we've got here. Alright, so right now I'm currently working on building placement. We'll go into the fine details here in a second. So we got like a little tower here. You would pull into the security gates, and then it opens up. We got a hangar. You've got a parking garage for employees. We'll drag forward here. These are the administrative offices over here. You've got some fuel tanks, storage, radio tower. I think the launch pad's going to be right in this area. Now, I know if this was realistic, this wouldn't be, like, right by the train station and airport. But this is Tiny Town, so to keep things kind of compact and together, this is why the Space Center's right here. Alright, so I think we're going to have a shuttle that's going to be getting ready to be taken off. We got another, like, mobile launch pad over here. which I think that's gonna possibly be just a normal rocket. It won't be taken off, but it will be set up and ready to go. We got 2 launch towers. You've got that one over there, which I think that's for a shuttle. And maybe this is for a rocket, possibly? Let's go ahead and stick this over here. You know, it would be a pain. They would have to coordinate with the airport quite a bit when planes are coming to land. Make sure they're not launching rockets at the same time. We might have just came up with another idea for a disaster. I'm not really sure. Oh boy. Alright, let's go see what rockets we have. Alright, so we just got a bunch of different rockets here. Which one do I like? Ooh, they got like a little landing pod. Maybe we'll use those for the actual disaster portion of this. I like this one. This one, oh, this one needs to be much bigger. There we go. So if that were to set on the pad, that would set like that, I think. So we'll set it right here. And then we need to get that launch tower close to it here. There we go. I don't know if that's correct or not. I just think that's a good piece to have in the background. My main thing I want here is, you know what, that one, oh yeah, it does have some sort of boosters on it. Alright, so we have a shuttle here, and we have a shuttle. It's probably ready to be launched. Okay, we need to see the scaling of this. So if this is the shuttle here, let's get ourselves a little astronaut. That way I can figure out if the scaling is somewhat right. So this is your little astronaut. Definitely not. That needs to be much bigger. Hold on, let's send this one to the moon too. Whew, there it goes. Hey, made it to the grassy area over there. Alright, that's pretty darn close there as far as the tower lining up with the shuttle. So we got a shuttle. Now it's time to get some vehicles in here, some more finer details, and then we'll kind of wrap this area up. If you guys have any ideas for this area, let me know. Any concerns, criticisms. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to screw something up here since it's all space-related things. Now, they do have another pad. They have like one of those SpaceX pads that you would put out in the ocean. We might be able to use one of those soon. That could be cool. Alright, I'm starting to get even more detailed here. So what's going to be going on? They are going to be having a launch today. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. And we're going to drop ourselves over here. So over here you can see the astronauts are preparing to get their suits on, get prepared to go up into the shuttle for the launch. They're doing some last minute storage preparation. Of course, this would probably all be done ahead of time, but still, nonetheless. So you got their little limos there for VIPs. Now, that's today. The rocket, it's just over there. I might need to make the rocket a little bit smaller. I'm not really sure. So anyways, over here you have storage. Let's go ahead and go to airport. I've been using some of the airport things, which, by the way, I forgot we have this racetrack stuff. We could do a racetrack disaster at some point. That could be very, very cool. So anyways, airport. I need maybe a couple choppers, maybe some more VIPs are here in the area. Let's go ahead and put out a little shuttle for them. So we'll stick that there, and then I need some helicopters here. There we go. And these need to be a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so those are in place. So people are allowed to watch the space launch. You see the stands over here, which, by the way, if we go over here to the front, you'll see there's a couple bus loads that we're dropping people off for the launch here. So they have to go through security clearance. They would be let back here. And I probably need to have some more security here. So we're going to go, let's see if we can find some cop cars and stuff like that. That way nobody crazy tries to run onto the pad. Ooh, look at this. I'm in the race cars. Those look kind of like stock cars. That's what it says they are, at least. Ooh, we could definitely do a stock car disaster too. Maybe a big crash. Alright, so I need to get off of these. Actually, I need to find some more stands and more festive stuff. So I'm assuming we'd probably have some merchandise tents here. Gotta sell that Casa merch. Alright, so we got some people down here. We got some merchandise tents. They're ready to go. I think for the most part, besides closing this area off, I think for the most part, we're pretty much done with the Casa Space Center. So we'll kind of just give you guys another brief tour, and then we're going to go up in the sky and have the space station disaster happening. So we can kind of cruise through here. Like I said, this is the entrance. This is where they did let some people in that were over there that we just showed you guys. Parking garage is nice and packed. You got all the administrative offices. There's some employees walking around. This is just another shuttle. Maybe they took this one out to show all the fans that are coming for the actual space shuttle. So maybe this is a retired model or something. Of course, your hangars, people gathered over here. I moved the fuel tanks and stuff over to here. Got like a little pad for people, VIPs coming in by helicopter. Of course, they could have just flown over to the airport, but they are kind of busy over there. So you got all that. You got the space shuttle launch. Now, this would not be complete without a certain character. So, as a lot of you guys know, Oblivious's grandma, well, she's pretty old. She doesn't have the greatest eyesight, so she really wants to get a great view of the shuttle launch. So, she might have snuck past some security here. So, she's going to be viewing today's shuttle launch, which don't ask me why she still needs binoculars. She's going to be viewing today's shuttle launch from atop of the launch tower there. Stay safe, Grandma. You got this. Alright, so here's a really wide view of the whole center. I think we're pretty much done here. Like I said, I'm going to close it off. If you guys have any suggestions for this area, let me know down in the comment section below. But it is time for the space station falling from the sky, so let's go up. And, oh, how high do we want this? This is kind of it's a tricky thing to do from up here. I don't want it, I want it fairly close to the ground, probably higher than the jets over there, so maybe up right around here. Alright, so maybe the space station disaster is happening because of maybe the meteors or something else. Maybe Dob hit it on the way down, I'm not really sure. So, I don't know, this is going to be tricky to do. I want it to be kind of broken up, so I'm going to use maybe some of the satellite pieces. Of course, we have the main station, which is right here, which we need to check scaling on this. I'm sure this thing needs to be much bigger. Actually, this thing is big. Hold on, let's go up, and let's grab ourselves a little astronaut here and check and see how big this thing is. It's got to look good when it's coming down. Plus, I'm going to have some astronauts hanging off of it. You know, space stations are normally pretty tight. This is pretty close. We might make it a little bit bigger, so let's go up. There you go. Oh, that was almost a distance record there. Alright, so the space station is falling out of the sky. Oh, the humanity. Let's go and get some little parts here, like satellite pieces. This looks like it could have been like an end piece to it. Something like that would have been right there or something. So let's go and extend this out. We're going to have debris going throughout the air here. Extend this piece. Gotta have it all almost broken up. It's not all the way broken up. Alright, so you can see the debris flying down here. Let's go ahead and grab this piece, and we're gonna move it up here. There we go. So we need to add the flame effects as it's coming down. So we'll do something like this. Oh, there we go. So that thing's gonna be on fire. Now this is gonna take a little bit of time to do here, to get it to the way I want it, because this is a little tricky to work with. This isn't quite as easy as like a building. That looks pretty good. Alright, this will probably be at a little bit different angle, maybe something like that. That looks pretty good. So, of course, the space, let's say we're going to get some of the people out. So, we'll probably have like a little drop pod coming down with the parachutes. So, let's go ahead. We're going to grab that real quick. There we go. Got one of these. So maybe we'll do two of these. So we'll go one there, and let's go and grab ourselves another one. And let's move it, say, oh, I didn't mean to make it ginormous. Let's grab one this way. This one's landing a little more into this area. There we go. Alright, that looks good. Can you not see the... Oh, that's kind of weird. You can't actually see the parachutes from the bottom side of it. That's actually a little annoying when you're looking up at it. Anyways, we got that. Let's see. We need some more stuff here. Alright, so we are going to have some astronauts flying out of this thing. So we'll go one there. Need to grab a couple more of these. This guy's going... Oh, let's pose him a bit. Bit different than the other one. This guy's being blown backwards. There he goes. Oh, that would stink. Especially look how far it is down. Oh, that's kind of crazy looking. Alright, let's go and grab a couple more astronauts here. This guy, he is going to be holding on for dear life here to one of the solar panels. It's perfectly fine. You know, there's still not an explanation as to why this is happening. What do you guys think? Why would this be going on? Would it be maybe it got struck by an asteroid, broke it apart, and sent it down? We can go up here on. There's not much else we can do with that. I've got a couple ideas. Let's go up this way. Let's go ahead and grab... let me find where it was, where the asteroid was. Alright, so we could have a meteor up here. So what if we did this? How big is this? Could you make this planet-sized? Oh, let's extend that out, and we're gonna stick that up like that. All right, let's go down. What does that look like to scale? Whoa, hold on. That's the scale of that thing. Oh, geez. Okay, probably doesn't need to be that big. That would just wipe out the whole city. So this kind of gives me some ideas for what we can do in the future. Let's go ahead and grab this huge thing. Oh, let's chunk this at the city. Huh. Boom. Nuclear explosion. So maybe we could possibly do that. Possibly we could do almost like a moon, too, because they have astronauts, and they do have some, like, there's a couple structures here that would set on a planet. So we could have, like, a moon landing up here, too. But I was kind of curious about the meteors. So, you know what? We're going to chunk a couple in here with the space station. This wouldn't be the full-blown meteor disaster, but this will give you guys a little idea as to what's happening and what could potentially be happening here. Alright, so we're going to stick that into there. Let's go and grab one more of these. This one probably needs to be a little bit smaller. There we go. So what does that look like? That's actually pretty epic looking with all the stuff, the chaos that's happening here. People flying around, debris. Let's get this little piece of debris over here a little bit closer. I'm liking that. Now, what does that look like coming down from here? Let's go down to scale with the astronauts or with the people down here. So let's go max scale here. So we're standing amongst the people. Oh, buddy. That looks pretty crazy. I like this. This is a fun build. But anyways, I think that's going to about do it for this build. If you guys have any suggestions, like I said, comment below. We can do more meteors next. We can do racetrack disaster, like a big crash. Either a Formula 1 or a NASCAR track, I don't know. There's a lot of things that we can do here, but I don't think we're 100% through with space, because I do think we could do some sort of planet up there in the sky. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for all the love and support on the Tiny Town series. You guys have been absolutely amazing about the suggestions for this series, so I want to try to make this just the best possible town, period. So keep up with those ideas. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time.